where do we start with this one, boys? Alright guys, so the title of this video that you've seen, like I said, is not clickbait. I am actually quitting trucking. And this video may be a little lengthy. I'm going to kind of start from the beginning. I didn't exactly plan this video out. I'm kind of just sitting down and saying, you know what, I'm going to tell them what's been going on. And I'm going to be 100% truthful and honest from the heart about it to you guys. So, yeah. Let's start from the beginning, actually. Back in about 2012 was the start of my YouTube career. This was before Riding with Dave, okay? I had a friend. I worked at Subway when I was 16, 17, 18 years old. And I met a guy named Bob there at Subway. And me and Bob kind of became friends. You know, we got along pretty good. He's a little bit older than me. And at Subway, we used to dare Bob to eat all sorts of crazy stuff, and he would do it for money. So we would say, hey, Bob, you know, eat this onion, or hey Bob, drink this little cup of vinegar. Bob, eat these jalapenos, you know, and his mouth would be burning up, and he'd make the funniest facial expressions. We would all just be dying laughing at Bob making these facial expressions. So come in 2012, I started watching like these eating challenge channels, you know, there was other guys doing like crazy eating stuff, and it was kind of popular on YouTube. So I told Bob, I was like, Bob, we need to make an eating challenge channel, dude. With your expressions and your face and stuff, it would be absolutely epic. So, me and Bob created an eating challenge channel where he would eat crazy stuff, and I was the one behind the camera commentating about what was going on. I did all the editing. He wasn't good with computers or anything, so I kind of, you know, was commentary, trying to, you know, add a little bit of fluff, try to ask him questions of what he thought about stuff, and, you know, it worked. It was funny. I had a really good time. We ended up getting like 10 to 15,000 subscribers, I think, off of that. While we were doing that, I made Riding with Dave in about 2014. I kind of wanted my own thing as well, and I wasn't planning on leaving the eating challenge channel. I was just going to do both, right? Do the eating challenges and do motorcycle vlogs. So my very first video I ever did on Riding with Dave was riding to the Subway sandwich shop to show people, hey, this is where I worked at Subway, and I met Bob. Because I think I had maybe 500 subscribers that come over from the Eating Challenge channel to my channel when I promoted it. And so I wanted to show them, hey, this is where we met, you know, this is pretty cool. And then I kind of just showed them my city. And actually, it's funny, if you go to the website Famous Birthdays, I'm actually on there. I did not put myself on there, they did it. But if you go to Famous Birthdays, it actually says Riding with Dave, his first video was 2014, riding his motorcycle to a Subway sandwich shop. Yeah, that's where I got my start. And I'm telling you guys all this and starting from the beginning for a reason, so just hang tight with me. So fast forward a little bit, and me and Bob had a falling out, didn't want to do the videos anymore, and we went our separate ways. That was the end of that channel. It is actually gone today. I decided I'm just going to focus on myself, Riding with Dave, do moto vlogs. And I always had this dream on YouTube. I was always like, man, I want to get to a point on YouTube where it can be my job, where I make enough money where YouTube can be my job. That's my goal, right? That was always my goal. There was one point when I moved in with a couple of friends, and I said, I am going to make a video every single day. All the big moto vloggers I looked up to, such as Do It With Dan, Baker X Derek, Jake the Garden Snake, like I wanted to be like them. I wanted to get their views. You know, I kind of mimicked, I mean, I had my own style too. I've never kind of been, I never really copy people. I've kind of always kind of been one that's like, I want to do it like this, you know? But I did kind of mimic, you know, what they did. If you don't know what motovlogging is, it's where you have a camera on your motorcycle helmet, and I ran a microphone into my helmet, and you can talk while you're riding. It was actually really popular back in the day when I first started. And I just wanted to be like those guys, right? And I grinded. I moved in with those couple of friends, and I was so broke. I had a little Grom, and I was riding it around doing motovlogs every day trying to grow my channel. And y'all, if y'all watched me back then, you remember, it was months and months, probably a year of just non-stop, almost everyday videos. And subscribers would actually send me Taco Bell gift cards to my P.O. box because I didn't really have any money to eat. So subscribers would just send me freaking, you know, gift cards. I'd get them for McDonald's, for Taco Bell, they knew I liked Taco Bell, so they'd be like sending me gift cards, and I'd be able to go there and get me some breakfast and continue doing my moto vlogs. So I had amazing support back then, even when I had maybe 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers by this time, you know what I mean? But I was slowly growing. So fast forward a little bit, I'm living in Florida. I actually moved and got a little condo over there and got a job working at a Mexican restaurant with one of my friends. And a guy named Ryan from the Muscle vs. Tuner channel.
What's up, guys? My name's Robert Lovely. Today I'm going to show you my 92 Honda Civic with VTEC and Doge. What's going on, guys? My name's Steve Perkins. Today I'm going to show you around my Chevy Silver Doe, the 2006 Dirty Max.
Yeah, that guy. He actually saw my videos and enjoyed watching them. Even with me with like 2,000 to 3,000 subscribers. He liked my videos and he was watching them. And these guys were big. They were pretty much famous on YouTube back then, especially in the car community. Everybody knew who Ryan was in Muscle vs. Tuner. It was crazy. And so he starts talking to me on, I think it was Instagram or something, and sending messages back and forth. And they offered for me to come up and meet them and do a collaboration. Now, I lived in Florida, on the coast of the Panhandle. And it's about a 13.5-hour drive. And at the time, I only had my motorcycle. That was it. I was an everyday motorcycle riding guy. I had no car, nothing, you know, just that motorcycle. And that's how I lived, doing my moto vlogs, hoping to try to build my channel. So when I got this amazing opportunity for Muscle vs. Tuner saying, hey, come up and meet us. And the funny thing was, I actually really enjoyed their videos. They did a sport bike video that I had watched before. So it was kind of surreal that these guys that I've seen their videos were saying, hey, Dave, come on up, we'll do a collab, we'll help you out with some subscribers, we'll meet. And I was also just genuinely excited to meet them, but also it was a huge opportunity for my little channel at like 2,000 to 3,000 subscribers, you know? And so I went up there, Southern Ohio, 13.5-hour ride on my motorcycle, very long, very sore. I was on a sport bike, so it wasn't a cruiser where I could kick back and ride, you know, I was sitting like this the whole time. And so, yeah, that sucked, but I got up there. And we did videos together. Man, we had fun. We all got along so well. Like, I enjoyed being around them. They enjoyed being around me. They were even like, dude, why don't you just move up here? Like, you get along with us so well. Like, they enjoyed hanging out with me. We all had fun, you know? We were all joking and laughing and just, yeah, it was very natural, you know? And so, yeah, I pretty much moved out of my apartment down in Florida and moved to Southern Ohio. After doing some videos with them, that got me up into the, 5-digit subscriber numbers. I want to say I was at maybe, I don't know, 15 to 20,000 after a couple months of doing videos with these guys, you know. There's only so much you're going to get. There's only so many people that's going to come over. It's not going to give me hundreds of thousands of subscribers, you know, but it was a nice little boost that I really needed. It kind of put me on the map. And then I had some other opportunities with Moto Madness. If you guys know the channel Moto Madness, he had me host his channel as like the face of his channel, and in return, every video I could say, I'm riding with Dave, check me out down in the description if you'd like to watch my videos. That helped me more than anything, even more than Muscle vs. Tuner, because Moto Madness was huge, still is. And next thing you know, I'm 30, 40, 50, 60,000 subscribers, you know, and I'm just getting up there, I'm like, holy crap, I never thought I would be this size, you know. I was just so excited about it. I was like, this is crazy. This has been like a dream come true almost. At this point, I'm actually starting to make, a little bit of money. It's not enough money to live off of, but it's money that I'm like, hey, I'm actually getting a paycheck every month from YouTube now. You know what I mean? I was getting there. I still remember one of the collabs that I did with Muscle vs. Tuner, right? There was a comment because I didn't show my face, okay? Moto vloggers back in the day, we never showed our faces. We always did a video where we're just filming from our helmet, looking out of us riding our motorcycle, and it's just our voice. You just know our voice and our personality, but you never saw what we looked like. And it was like it added a mystique and a mystery to your channel. And most moto vloggers said, at this many subscribers, I will do a face reveal. Some were 10,000, some were 50,000, some were 100,000, some said 1 million, whatever you want it to be. But it helped build your channel because people wanted to subscribe or get other people to subscribe so then you could get to that milestone and they could finally see what you look like. So I was with Muscle vs. Tuner at this time, and I think this was probably back when I had about 15 to 20,000 subscribers. And I remember there was a comment of a guy that asked, when is Dave going to do a face reveal? And Ryan commented on Muscle vs. Tuner's account, at 100K subscribers, because that's what I said. When I get my play button and I get 100K subscribers, I'm going to do a face reveal. And the dude replied, LOL, so never. Yeah, that's what he said. He said, so never. And I remember, I think Ryan freaking hearted the comment when he said LOL, so never, like, hearted. I'm like, you a-hole, you just freaking hearted the dude's comment after he telling me LOL never, you know? But we all laughed about it, etc. But that comment stuck with me, man. That comment, I said, 15, 20,000 subscribers. I was a long way away. But that stuck with me. That comment made me say, I'm going to get there one day. I'm going to prove this guy wrong. It is not going to be LOL never. I'm going to get to 100K. And sure enough, after the Moto Madness stuff, after working my channel, after uploading all the time, I finally got to 100K. And I finally got my YouTube play button. After all those years of trying, I finally was able to get my YouTube play button. I had it framed. It's actually in a frame there, but yeah, that was a really proud moment for me and my channel. I was like, this is awesome. You know, never thought I could do it. And, you know, I was getting up there with some of the bigger moto vloggers. They were still bigger than me, still getting more views, but, you know, I was having my place on the map. And hosting the Moto Madness, pretty much they all knew me at that point. You know, it's like, oh, it's Ryan Day. That's a dude that hosts Moto Madness. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. So, a year or two later, moto vlogging starts just going downhill, man. It's dying. Everybody's views have started to drop. And everybody started kind of doing different things. They started getting into car stuff. I think the car scene was really popular when moto vlogging started dying, and a lot of guys were just like, you know, started doing car stuff. Hey, check out this car build that I'm gonna do. Hey, let's do this, you know, and it was just all automobile stuff. And the bike stuff, it just crashed, dude, bad. Everybody's views dropped, my views dropped. I got down to getting, you know, 2,000 to 3,000 views per video, even with a channel over 100,000 subscribers, and it hit everybody. Everybody got hit with it. It wasn't just me, even the big guys. You know, they were just falling. Unless you were doing something, I don't know, super crazy, you know, and super clickbaity, but just the riding on your motorcycle talking into a microphone wasn't doing it for YouTube anymore. I don't know if it was YouTube that cut it or people just got tired of watching that, you know, and it got too convoluted, but it was over. That was it. Eventually, I decided to get my CDL and go trucking. Now, originally I didn't really plan to do trucking vlogs, but I was like, why not, you know? Why don't I just do them in the spirit that I've done my moto vlogs? Just throw the camera on my head, show the day-to-day, show me learning. I was like, that would be awesome to see the stresses that I go through, my thought process, all this stuff, all the BS in trucking. And the thing is I wasn't the first one to throw a GoPro on my head and, you know, film from a first person's perspective in the cab. I'll admit that. I was not. There was other people who had done it. But I think I was definitely the first, if not one of the first, that showed the complete BS in trucking. And that was the biggest comments on my channel, that everybody was like, man, I love your videos, Dave, because you show the day-to-day. You show all the BS. Everybody else just makes it look like peaches and rainbows out here, right? But you are showing all the BS, all the day-to-day, all the struggles that us truck drivers go through on a day-to-day basis. And that's what really helped me out in the trucking scene, man, I think, was showing all of that. And it's kind of funny, is when I first started and I did my first few videos, you know, after 2, 3, 4 videos, there was a couple comments of people saying, hey, if you try to do this, you know, this should help you, do this instead, this is how you do this or that, like trying to give me advice. And I'm like, man, these guys are truck drivers. I was like, God, I must have had some truck driver, you know, subscribers from my moto vlogs and stuff. It didn't really hit me that these people were literally coming to my channel now that are truck drivers. And I'm starting to get kind of noticed, you know, in the trucking scene, because originally I just thought it's just my normal subscribers that I always have. You know, it didn't hit me that all these were new people coming in until obviously I see, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20 comments from actual truck drivers. And I'm like, okay, yeah, my videos are taking off in the trucking scene. And then next thing you know, it just continued to climb, you know, and it was just crazy how fast that I went from 125,000 subscribers, about what I had when I started trucking from just motorcycles. And then boom, next thing you know, 175, 200, 225, 250, and it just kept going. I'm just like, whoa, like, this is crazy. Like, the people really like this, right? Like, people really like watching me. And y'all know that I was really enjoying trucking at that time. I used to make videos just talking about, man, this is the best decision I've ever made. I love doing this. I love the job, etc. And if I'm going to be honest with y'all, me loving the job of trucking lasted about a year and a half. I started in 2020, it's 2024 now. I'm taking a few breaks, y'all know that. But overall, it's been 4 years since I started. And, you know, my first year at CFI, and probably about 6 months after that, all that was true. I loved the job. I enjoyed every bit of it. But after that year and a half, I no longer loved it. I've honestly been miserable doing this job. I hate being away from home. I hate working 70 hours a week that when you break it down to what you make is actually very low pay for how often you're out there. I think back to when I was making a lot less money. Many years ago, before I was a truck driver, I had a little apartment, had a little car, was making like 16 bucks an hour, you know. Saved money. Just doing my little moto vlogs, having fun. Going to work 5 days a week for 8 hours, getting off at 5 o'clock and having 4 or 5 hours every day at home to do what I want, you know, hang out with the girlfriend, go places, do stuff, see family, whatever. And then also have the weekend to do that. And the more I think back, the more I realize I was way happier then than I am now. Way happier then than I am now. It's probably the most happy I'd ever been in my life when I just had my own little apartment, making 16 bucks an hour, maybe saving, you know, 400 bucks a month in the savings account, you know, and I built up a pretty sizable savings account doing that. I've always been good with money. That's one thing I can say about myself is I'm good with money. I know how to save. I know how to budget. And yeah, it was just, it wasn't trucking, man. It wasn't gone 5 days a week or weeks at a time or, you know, even though I'm off 2 days a week, I'm still gone 5 days a week from home. I still don't have that time to hang out with my friends after work that they have. To hang out with my friends or go to the store and do some shopping or play video games, you know what I mean? I don't have any time for any of that, especially with this regional job where they pretty much keep me running constantly, you know? I got enough time to shower and eat, and then I gotta lay down and sleep. And I'm not complaining. That's a great way to make money. That's what we're out there for, right? We want to make money, and I want them to run me that way. I'm not griping about being run hard. That's amazing. What I'm griping about is just being out and away from my home, friends, family, all the time. And I just don't like the job anymore. The reason that I went through the backstory of my channel is because I wanted y'all to understand how important my channel has always been to me and how hard I tried to get it to where it is, so you can understand why I've continued to do trucking for the last couple of years. It's because of YouTube. It's because of you guys. It's because this is what y'all expect from Riding with Dave. This is, you know, part of my livelihood, my YouTube channel. It makes great money now, and it's always been one of my top priorities. So much so that I've dealt with my unhappiness just to keep it going and to give you guys the content that you want. The problem is, it's like a blessing and a curse, and I've told people this before. People that are close to me, I have told many times, you know, they're like, hey, that's awesome, you know, you get to work and get paid for it, and then you also get paid from YouTube, like, it's awesome. And I tell them, I say, no, it's really not. It's like, it's a blessing and it's a curse. It's a blessing because I get paid good money from trucking and I get money from YouTube. That's great. But it's a curse because I have to truck to do it. Like, my YouTube makes enough money to be my job. It literally makes enough money that just my YouTube channel can be my job. But unfortunately, I still have to go do something that I have started to hate just to keep my YouTube going. And that's the reason I have done it for the last 2 years, despite hating it. It's because I didn't want to give up my channel. And honestly, I think my videos have suffered for it. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have lost the passion for this. I have completely lost the drive, the passion, the, you know, want to make videos. Y'all remember I used to try to improve my videos. I put the turn cam up thinking this is an awesome addition. Let me throw this turn cam up on my mirror. People will love this. And they did. Everybody loved the turn cam. It was amazing. And then some videos I'd go set up an external camera out there while I was backing. You could see me like getting out to go look and, you know, talking, matching the audio to where even though my camera was outside, you could still hear me talking inside the truck, talking about what I was doing. Like, I put in this effort. I had passion for it. I wanted to make the videos better. I had fun editing. I had fun making videos. And that just disappeared. And y'all may have noticed. I mean, how long has it been since I put the turn cam up? I remember somebody made a comment last year at some point saying, Dave, we want the turn cam. And they got a ton of likes. And I saw that. But did I do it? No, I didn't. It's not because I'm lazy. Yeah, it's more work. But it's because I don't have the drive or the passion to do trucking or trucking videos anymore. I just don't. I lost it. And I kind of hid that from y'all. I really didn't tell y'all how I was feeling inside. I told this to people close to me at the time. Ex-acquaintances or friends or family, you know, I've told them exactly how I feel. They all knew how I felt about this job. And even before I went back, you know, I had orientation like a week and a half ago. I was feeling really bad about it, but I was like, it's something I got to do. But over these last couple weeks, I've really realized that I think my happiness is more important than the success of my YouTube channel. At this point, I honestly feel like I have to do something so I can be happy again. Because I have not been happy for a while. And I need to do something else with my life, honestly. It's a very hard decision to make because I know the moment I do something else that isn't trucking, you know. Because like I said, I'm not saying this is the end of my YouTube channel, as I may upload other things, but for the foreseeable future, it's the end of trucking vlogs. It's the end of truck driving content. Because I've just been miserable, man. I have not wanted to do it. I was driving home yesterday. I have not told Online Frontier that I'm putting in my notice yet, but I was driving home yesterday thinking about this video I'm making now, thinking about how I was going to make it, what I was going to say, what I was going to do, and I just felt this weight off my shoulders. Just this monkey off my back that, holy crap, I'm going to do this. It's really going to happen. Like, I'm really to a point now where I don't want to do this anymore. To me, making less money or my YouTube channel not doing nearly as good is worth me being happier in life and having a normal type of job, being home more, not driving all day and my whole life away. It's just not something that I'm willing to do anymore. And, of course, the other hardest thing is letting y'all down. I definitely feel like I'm letting y'all down, you that are subscribed to me for trucking vlogs, that enjoy watching the trucking content, that are truck drivers yourself, you know, it's the whole reason you're watching me. Like I said, I know once I stop doing this, you know, my channel will get a lot less views and attention, but I'm okay with that. I just can't do it anymore, man. Y'all also know from my last video I talked about, you know, how I was going through some depression and everything. The past 3 months, just kind of not doing much, kind of just around the house, doing a whole lot of nothing and just not wanting to hang out with friends or anybody or do much of anything. I kind of regret not doing more for that 3 months and taking advantage of the time I had off. And so, I'm thinking of going to Alaska very soon. Because I am about to go ahead and quit Frontier Online Transport. And I think I'm going to take a trip to Alaska. It's somewhere I've always wanted to go. It's always been a bucket list destination that's like, you know what, I want to go to Alaska one day. And I thought it would be something really cool to just, I don't know, live life a little bit. After being in the dumps for the past 3 months, I think it'd be something that'd be really good for me and enjoyable. And if y'all wanted me to film it, maybe I film it and throw it on my channel, kind of like, you know, I did when I went to Europe recently. Because at the end of the day, I enjoyed filming those videos. I enjoyed editing those videos. That was different. I had my passion back. Like when I went to, you know, Sweden and Norway, it was like so fun to show that and make those videos and, you know, have my face on screen, as well as throwing in some music and these new experiences and everything. It was just really an amazing experience, and I loved it. And I think that was also one of the times where I realized, man, I don't have that passion. I don't have that same passion for trucking anymore. It is just, it was crazy how different I felt editing and uploading those videos than I did when I went back to trucking. I went back to trucking like, oh, now I gotta upload this, you know what I mean, after I just upload all those fun videos and stuff I enjoyed doing. So if y'all want me to upload my Alaska trip, if I go, it will be soon, I will upload like a series of, I'm gonna drive, actually, I'm not gonna fly. I've never been to Canada either, and if y'all know, most of the drive is through Canada. You actually take an Alaskan highway from, you know, the US into Canada and all the way up to Alaska. From where I live, it's like 4,100 miles. That is a long freaking time. It's gonna take me days and days to get there, and I think it would be an amazing adventure if y'all would like to see that. And I'm not just going to throw a GoPro on my head and hop in my car and film. You know, I'm going to actually put myself on camera. I'm actually going to try to get different angles. I'm going to try to take my time with the editing and try to make it just a enjoyable video for you guys to watch, you know. And I know I can. And I feel like I would just have so much more passion and enthusiasm on that. Like, just talking about it now, I have way more enthusiasm about it than what I've been doing with trucking. And I don't care about the views anymore. Like, that's why I told y'all I've gotten this monkey off my back. Like, I've honestly had a weight lifted off of my shoulders that I'm like, holy crap, I can do whatever I want now on my YouTube channel, and I don't care. I don't care. You know, like if only 2,000 of you are like, care about the Alaska trip, and the others don't, that's okay. I'll look forward to what the 2,000 of you have to say, you know, about my trip. And as far as work, when I get back, I might take up another trade. I'm lucky enough that I have a sizable enough bank account that I can afford to put myself through a trade school of some sort and learn how to do something else. You know, something where I'm actually home normally and not driving a truck. I don't know what trade that would be yet, you know. I'd have to really do some research and see what really appeals to me the most, but that's where I'm kind of thinking I'm heading with my career, basically, is giving up trucking. Now, I will say I will keep my CDL. I'll always keep that updated because it's something I can always go back to. And who knows, maybe, you know, 5 years from now, I'm like, you know what, I kind of want to go back and do it. You know, maybe I go back trucking. Who knows? I don't know what the future holds for myself, but I really want to do something else now. I just do. And I know this is probably a bombshell on y'all, and y'all did not expect this video, especially after the last video where I'm like, hey, I'm so excited to be back, I just got this new truck, etc. And I kind of was. I was kind of excited to get out and do something again, but just a week and a half back hit me again that this is not the life I want to live anymore, man. It's not the life I want to live. I know that no matter what I do, if I go learn another trade or, you know, get a regular job down the road, whatever, it's not going to make as much money as trucking plus my YouTube. You know, it's not. But at the end of the day, that's not what's important to me anymore. What's important to me is being happy in life, man. That's literally all I care about, is I just want to be happy again, because it's been a while since I've been happy. And I think trucking has a lot to do with it. And, you know, this job, it's worth it to a lot of people. A lot of people love it. They absolutely love it. I mean, hell, I understand. I loved it for the first year and a half, but, you know, I respect all y'all that do it, man. It's not an easy job. I mean, I learned it. You know, I could confidently say I can back a truck, I can navigate a truck, I can, you know, I can do the job just fine, you know, as well as anybody. But at the end of the day, it just wasn't for me, man. It's just not for me. but I got to do it. I'm proud of myself of where I came, and I'm proud of myself for how far I came in it. Proud of myself for what I accomplished on my YouTube channel. Proud of myself for what I accomplished in trucking. And yeah, I really appreciate y'all, man. Most definitely all of y'all that have supported me over the years. If you don't stick around, you know, I appreciate it. And I understand completely if, you know, unsubscribe, no trucking content, I'm done. I understand there's going to be some of those comments. There always is. But yeah, who knows, man? Who knows what the future holds? But again, I don't think it's the end of riding with Dave. I would still love to upload content to show y'all things, but I want it to be content that I enjoy creating, uploading. I want that creative fire back, basically, is what I want. And I need to do something else to get that. So, I don't know. We'll see where the Alaska trip goes. Like I said, I'm just going to take a break before I decide what I'm going to do or what trade I'm going to learn next. And I'm going to make a video of me going to Alaska. You know what? You know what would be cool? Actually, you know what would be really neat? If I took my little beater Ford Focus. It's a piece of crap, right? It's like an $800 car. It was rebuilt. It has a rebuilt title, you know? It was wrecked. It's a POS. It really is a POS. What if I tried to drive that car 4,000 miles to Alaska? Oh god, it has no cruise control. Oh, it has no cruise control. Oh no, that would be bad, dude. That would be bad. Yeah, I got long hair now, by the way, guys. If you haven't noticed, I got long hair. I've been actually growing it out, as you can see. But, will an $800 car make it 4,000 miles to Alaska? Hey, that's a good title, ain't it? That's a real good title, man. It's a real good title. Maybe it would do good. And I could just buy $500 cars and see how far they go. See how many times I gotta fix them. See how many times I gotta get towed and I'm sitting on the side of the road. That sounds pretty fun, actually. Huh, maybe we'll do that. Anyways, guys, yeah. I think that's gonna do it. I don't know what else to say. I hope I made it clear of my reasoning and why I have to move on from doing what I'm doing. You know, the next girlfriend I have, I want to be able to come home every night to her, you know, and have the weekends and just be able to hang out with friends, be able to play video games, be able to whatever, you know, and not waste it all living in a truck. Money's not the end-all be-all for me, man. My happiness is. So, as always, guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate you subscribing. And until next time, peace.
Let's take a spin to a foreign place. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown.